Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Good evening.
Please, sir. Proceed.
Krishna, international as well agripreneur and eco agriculturist. We are practicing 100% organic agriculture and developing various projects in other countries also. Now we have been interacting with various countries as well in many states in India and come across very challenging issues and sorted out in a novel way as well as a smart way. Today, every organic agriculture farmer, scientist, trader, or owner, everybody has got sole responsibility to deliver toxin-free food items or agri produces to the entire world, not only for human consumption and also for animal consumption, and further without disturbing the environmental nature characteristic properties. In the sense, without polluting the air, without polluting the water, without polluting the soil, we should undertake our agriculture in a way such that it doesn't give you any toxins. As I have been already telling in the past 3 sessions, almost now the 3rd year now, it is so important when you produce agriculture produces should not contain any toxin. What do you mean by that in a nutshell? When you use chemical ingredients, synthetic ingredients, or toxic ingredients like agrochemicals, let it be insecticide, pesticide, weedicide, or preservatives, or any other chemical inputs, it creates some kind of intermediary or residue getting entrapped into the tissues of the plants in various parts of the plants. When we are consuming that, it leads to breathing problem, or I can say first of all, the non-acceptance. If you're continuously taking that food which contains toxin in ppm level or even in low percentage level, gives you non-acceptance, breathing problem, digestion problem, blood related problems, and also the genetic related problems like sperm count reduction and menstruation issues, and ultimately the conceiving problem for human. To sort it out, these issues, the entire agricultural technical team and technocratic team, scientific team working across the world, how to reduce these toxins which are embedded in the process of chemical agriculture. The day by year, it's almost now 1 millennium since we started using chemicals for agriculture. It's worth to mention that our ancestors, Indian ancestors, were the pioneers in using natural inputs for producing various grains and fruits in those days. And without using any chemical, they were able to make agri produces for captive purpose as well as sharing with neighbor countries. And today, the world has become very small. The globe has become very, very minute, minuscule part in a way such that the products which are produced in eastern part of the world reaches western part of the world within 24 hours. So the access for this kind of agri produces by every individual in the living on this earth has become very easy, and also within short span of time it reaches. While producing this agriculture produces, to increase the yield, to increase the appealing nature, color or shining or any kind of shape, people are using various kinds of chemical inputs. Instead, the inputs which have to be selected in a way such that are the inputs which have been already tried for many centuries by both conventional farmers or scientific farmers or agriculture scientists across the world or food scientists, to be selected in a way such that the concentration of its usage as well as the chemical molecules or the naturally derived organic or plant derivatives to be used. Otherwise, the earth mass, whichever is required to contribute for NPK, required for the growth of the plant. Simply, if you attack at the NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, which needs for the plant to grow from seed to seedling, seedling to matured plant to give you flowering, and flowering to fruits, seeds, and again recycle, go back to seed, and the cycle continues. That is called macronutrients, NPK. Then secondary nutrients like calcium, magnesium, zinc, and whatever you call it as, they also need to be consumed or assimilated by the plant to be involved in biosynthesis to give you various nutritional value for that agri produces. And macro and micronutrients, which are playing the key role in every step of the growth of the plant and also the maturity of the plant and for giving you the quality of the fruits or the end product, whatever you call. It can be green leaves, or it can be wood, or it can be bark, or it can be a raw fruit, or it can be ripened fruit or seeds, where we maximum use seeds for oil extraction purposes. Ultimately, what I'm trying to put it across is better to go back to the olden days method of using the inputs for agriculture and get back the original organic agriculture system in place. And scientifically, we should be able to fine-tune the ingredient in a way such that the specific consumption of these macronutrients or secondary nutrients or micronutrients to be applied in the soil in time to time the plant will consume. As you all know, that plant has got 4 important major hormones: auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins, and ripening agents. I don't want to touch more about that, but these 4 major hormones are playing the vital role for the plant to grow from the seed or seedling to give you the end product. While doing so, what type of nutrient if you use in the soil, it will effectively induce or effectively prepare for getting that particular hormone at each and every stage of the growth of the plant. For example, auxins needs more nitrogenous mass. Cytokinins need both NP. And also gibberellins and ripening agents needs all 3. So while doing so, we have to balance in a way such that our inputs have to be corrected in the percentage or composition, and as and when it requires, you have to modulate the application into the soil or water soluble system. For this, straight I go to the core point. We have to derive a product from biological process and also utilize the naturally available ingredients in a way such that it undergoes biodigestion, and within particular period it gets totally bio converted into a manure type of product, which is nothing but base for using in organic agriculture. What do you mean by that? It's a typical South Indian meal, I would say. Let it be cow dung or let it be plant material which you have shredded or you have already powdered it and you have subjected for compost preparation. It doesn't have complete package of the nutritional specimens. For example, white rice is there. In South India specifically, we put powder, they call it a spice powder, and little bit ghee and take it up. And next, they put sambar, and next they put rasam. Third or finally, they put curd or buttermilk. And along with this, they also take various types of vegetables in the form of cooked. It can be fried or it can be kuttu, they call it as, or along with that, they take one puppet, which gives more of saliva secretion. And also along with that, they take pickle. Besides all, ultimately, they go for a kind of digestive preparation called bida or pan, whatever it is. So this is the same principle our plants also take the food. All whatever food we give or whatever the manure we give to the soil, it gets bioconverted and assimilated by the plant. And likewise, micronutrients are supporting, secondary nutrients also supporting, and ultimately your stomach is full, plant also assimilated, and nutritional ingredients are accepted by the plant. So now the challenges come. Every nook and corner of the world, I'm getting a number of questions. I've been using tons of cow dung. I've been using tons of plant waste material across the forest, what is available. But still, my yield is not so good in organic agriculture. The output, what we are expecting, is not occurring. The quality, what we are expecting, we are not able to achieve. The taste, what we are getting by chemical method, we are not able to realize. So this is the issue across the world. Please, the entire fraternity or entire community today has to understand that the ingredients or inputs, what you are applying to the soil, what is its nutritional value to be assigned, or it has to be ascertained. In the sense, you are using cow dung and it has got only 0.1 to 0.3% of NPK. Or all other things are only digested material of the what animal has eaten, the plant material or whatever the synthetic preparations they've given. Besides that, it doesn't have the nutritional value what plant needs. Instead, that cow dung has to be composed for 3 to 6 months and it has to be enriched. It has to be enriched with what? Enriched with NPK. And ultimately, again, synthetic NPK, if you use, you are going to end up with toxin-containing food producers, for which you can use the mine's earth material, which is rich with nitrates, rich with phosphate, rich with potash, and rich with calcium, rich with zinc, and all those things that can be enriched with your cow dung or plant material. And again, this has to be biocompost synthetic route has to be adapted, where enough sunlight has to be given, where enough air has to be given, where moisture has to be maintained during the biodigestion process. Normally, when you do it under closed method, it is called methanation process, where decomposition takes very fast. Instead, if you go by aerial aerobic method, the decomposition takes slower, and your whatever the base material, either cow dung or animal dung or poultry waste, you are using it as a base. And addition to that, you enriched with many, mine waste or mine spent material, and that gives you all types of nutrients, macronutrients, secondary nutrients, and micronutrients. Along with that, you can also get enrichment of the trace elements. And finally, it has to be inoculated with biofertilizers like azospirillum, your acetobacter, VAM, and phosphobacterium, thiobacillus, bacteria, and other microorganisms like your Trichoderma viridi and Pseudomonas fluorescence also, in a sequence where they all get synergized to convert your biodigested mass into plant assimilable. Please underline that word, plant assimilable biofood. We don't want to call it as manure now. Now you have reached the stage where biofood is produced. This biofood, when you give, it should contain a specific percentage of macronutrients, secondary nutrients, micronutrients, and microbes, biological colony, we call it as. So many millions of colonies available. When you are introducing into the soil or basal in the root zone area of the plant, it gives you the enormous assimilation power near to the root zone area, and plant assimilates. So this is as good as what you are giving IV injection rather than taking the capsule or taking the medicine. And the IV injection immediately works out and it reaches the active spots. And similarly, in the plant biosynthesis active spots, these are all carried to the particular site and biosynthesis starts. So these are the important challenges in organic agriculture today. Once you solve this, you will be able to get best grade agro producers as per the requirement of international standards. Once we reach USDA standard or European standard as per EcoCert of France or Demter of Germany or Japanese agriculture system, as per the specifications of each agri produce, if you are able to produce without using any chemical, it simply passes all the tests and all the approvals across the world. Because I have not used any synthetic material at all. I have not used any toxin containing fertilizer or agrochemicals or weedicides. We have done that one. And ultimately, to put it across, by utilizing the permitted natural inputs usage in agriculture gives you the 100% toxin-free agri producers, and where you have to use scientific dosages. For example, this product what we are now describing is BFIM, BEFIM, bio-enriched, fortified, inoculated manure. This is called BFIM, biofood we designate it as, and it is being used for right from grass, lawn growing to as big tree as possible, the fruit yielding trees as well as your timber trees. So what it does is, as soon as you introduce into the soil, it already contains around 3 to 4% of NPK, which is more than enough for every plant to take it immediately. And the microbes which you are already inoculated there, it enters the soil, it mobilizes the NPK as well as your secondary nutrients, what is already present in the soil, as long as deep as the root enters inside the soil lower level. This along with the root nodes, microbes also travels, and thereby it picks up the required nutrients and gives back, the siphoning system from the soil earth crust to the plant, it occurs, and ultimately your requirement of nutrients problem is solved. And when you look at the total process, the MRL level, absolutely it doesn't have any toxicity at all. Our ancestors played the same role. They cultured the soil in a way such that the plowing used to be done and nitrogen fixation used to be done by various olden technologies, where the groundnuts or pulses have been already sown and they have been mulched in the soil, and they enrich the nitrogen fixing total cycle, and nitrates have been already enriched in the soil and they have been using. Along with that, our ancestors were using green manure harvested from the forest or hills or nearby, wherever the places were available plenty of green leaves, and they have mulched that with along with water, and then allowed for 3 to 4 months to undergo biodegradation on the soil. Then they use it for next cycle of the crops. So this now we are doing scientifically in a way such that the long perennial crops, short-term crops, or mid-term crops, or annual crops, whatever you try to cultivate, this can be used across the field. Now the challenge comes, the customer satisfaction is the best mantra, I can say, or best mechanism to be adapted. For example, I'm belonging to Naturaa Agrorganica International Farms in Vellore, where we almost 450 crops have been cultivated, and the technologies we are developing here, the technology package has been transferred to many countries for various level, from 10-acre level to about 2 lakh acre, 3 lakh acre level also. And here what we have nucleus observation made across the world is the agri-climatic parameters are so important to decide about the selection of the crop. For example, if you go to Malaysia or Indonesia, the rainfall is so good, and also it is nearby to equator. The temperature is also quite good, and sunlight also very good. And according to that, the rainfall system, the ground level water system, and the humidity in the air, sunlight intensity, and also wind velocity, all those things to be taken into consideration for selecting the crop. While selecting the crop, for example, take dragon can be grown in Tamil Nadu, and what type of dragon fruit variety has to be chosen in a way such that it has to be exported to other countries. For example, there are about 12 major varieties available in dragon fruit. The topmost one is Malaysian pink and round shape, not the oval shape, it's a round shape. And this fruit we have to cultivate and market it in a place or in a country where this fruit is not at all grown. For example, we are producing dragon fruit here in Naturaa Agrorganica, Vellore, Tamil Nadu, exporting it to Russian countries and European countries, where chill countries and the agri-climatic conditions not at all suitable for growing dragon fruit. And this, when you export to that particular country, your realization is about 5 to 6 times better than when you export to tropical countries. For example, when we are exporting this 100% organic dragon fruit to Russia, we are realizing about $14 to $15 per kilo. Whereas the same organic dragon fruit, if I sell it in Chennai or Mumbai or Bangalore or Delhi or in tropical countries, where already some quantum of dragon fruit is being cultivated, we are not getting that realization. At the most, you'll get $2 to $3 per kilo. So here we are using international market intelligent package. For example, when your dragon fruit is half ripened or it is going to ripe within 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks, we immediately Google it on and find out market survey, where is dragon fruit sold at higher price. Especially, I am talking only about organic exotic items. And immediately we link with our importers and we tell them to deliver the goods there. So according to that, it is delivered to the spot where you are getting maximum realization. So as I told you, right from soil selection, that is agri-climatic parameters, if you take it into consideration, type of soil, type of groundwater available, rainfall quantum, and wind velocity, and sunlight intensity per square inch, how much it is available. That is very important. Many people feel that very hot condition, very bright sunlight is difficult to survive. But for plants, if you have a good water content and groundwater supply or rainfall system, the highest sunlight intensity is the best boon for the plant to absorb the sunlight and undertake photosynthesis. Because of that, your best biosynthesis available, and due to that, you will be able to get the best quality of the agri producers. Let it be green leaves, let it be flowers, let it be raw fruit, let it be ripened fruit, or let it be seeds, whatever it is, or essential oil, or it can be your spices where alkaloids are available, or vitamins or nutrients, whatever you want to take it as an end product. In nutshell, if we are able to select the crop as per the agri-climatic parameters and produce the agri-producers as per the importing country, rather than I have produced turmeric in Erode, I have produced turmeric in Karnataka, my curcumin content is only 1.5 to 2%. Instead, the customer is expecting about 4% of curcumin content, and which could have been achieved by using various bio inputs during the crop cultivation, which we could not do. If customer is not satisfied, he or she will not be able to import your product. Instead, if we practice the specific consumption of the inputs as per the crop requirement technology, by utilizing your type of product, like what I mentioned, BFIM, you will be able to get the better quantity and better quality of the products. For example, now, past 2 months, we have been surveying in Erode district, where we found out that about 12 to 13 or 12 to 15 tons of wet turmeric, they have been able to harvest it. But instead, if you make the technology as per the plant willing to grow type of how to say that, the customized package, you will be able to easily get around 30 to 35 tons of your turmeric. And curcumin content also, if you use bio food, it goes up to 4 to 5%. And thereby your export becomes very simple. And the third important, in commodity crops like sugarcane, in India, or let it be South Africa, wherever I've seen, in Indonesia or in total African countries, maximum sugarcane is produced. And even look at Cuba, and it is possible to produce about 100 to 140 tons per acre, not per hectare. But our average Indian production is around 25 to 30 tons per acre. What is your productivity? What is your cost of production? All, if you look at in a synergistic way, or if you look at in cumulative way, it gives you the no way to cultivate all these agriculture products. Instead, you can think about smart way of doing agriculture system, where when water has to be given, when water not has to be given, when your nutrients to be given, when nutrients not to be given. These are all coming under standard operating procedures, SOPs, which we have made in Naturaa Agrorganica. And we are also developing various types of agroforestry systems. For example, all these days or all these centuries, our farming community, entire community was practicing single crop or monocrop system. Instead, if you go for multi-layer, multi-crop system, you will be able to get 5 to 6 times better returns, and also difficult to produce crops can be produced in that particular location. For example, you take Vellore. Vellore is called in Tamil Vellore, very hot place in Tamil Nadu, and where we are able to cultivate pepper, we are able to cultivate black ginger, green ginger, red ginger, and similarly black turmeric, blue turmeric, white turmeric, pale green turmeric, and all these things supposed to grow only in Himalayan ranges. But when you go for multi-layer, multi-crop system, you are able to produce in the ground level this kind of exotic spices and also medicinal plants. For example, coconut trees are there. Underneath of coconut trees, palm oil trees are growing, and underneath of palm oil trees, semi-shade, you are able to get avocados and red jackfruits, and below that you are able to get shade living mangoes like Malaysian mangoes or Indonesian mangoes, and below that we are able to put vanilla, and just below that we are able to put pineapple, and at ground level various types of the turmeric and ginger items. All these ginger items, what I'm mentioning, is exotic items, very expensive. It is possible to produce. So multi-layer, multi-crop system, what technology we are giving to other countries is giving 5 times better returns when compared to single crop or monocrop system. This technology can be shared with any interested individual, family or organization or corporate on any country. And along with this, we are giving the BOT basis, build, operate and transfer basis technology, where you just show us the land. We will come and evaluate your land. And after evaluation, we'll find out what type of soil is there, what type of rainfall system, and what is the type of groundwater available, and what type of intensity of sunlight and humidity in the air. According to that, agro-scientifically, we select the crop. And after selecting the crop, we select the variety also, which is supposed to be exportable variety rather than just for captive purpose alone. So like this, we have been making very smart, exportable, exotic organic agriculture system in which we adapt the innovative approach and cost-effective approach and higher productivity. We don't look at only quantity, we also look at the qualities, and also we think about zero toxicity level in our agri producers. And fourth important is profitable. We touch upon minimum 2 lakh to 3 lakh rupee net profit per acre per annum. In many cases, we touched even to 12 lakh rupee net profit per acre per annum. And it is always, we plan in a way such that any project should go up to minimum 30 years to 50 years to 100 years. So these are the type of basic principle we use. And because of that, our agriculture technology becomes sustainable, farm practicable and profit-making agriculture system. And not only that, we also insist upon go for weekly income crop, monthly income crop, once in 6 months income crop, once in a year income crop, and 5 years once income, 10 years one income, and 25 years one income. For example, many people are planting teak wood and they just put teak wood and forget about it. What we do instead is, along with teak wood, we put dragon fruit in that. Dragon fruit climbs over the teak wood, and we allow scientifically dragon fruit to grow up to 6 to 7 feet, and ask them to droop down and make them to droop down. And thereby you are getting dragon fruit and also your teak wood grows. In between two teak wood, we put sandalwood. And in between two sandalwood rows or two teak wood rows, we put your agarwood. Agarwood grows again only in Himalayan ranges. Because of what? The weather is very conducive for them. Sunlight is available, temperature is low, semi-shade is there, so they're able to grow. So according to that, whatever the specific agri-climatic parameters required for agarwood, we create here a microclimatic condition in a multi-layer, agroforestry system. Your agarwood also grows, your red sandal also grows, teak wood also grows, and sandal also grows. After the lifetime of agarwood is 5 years, sandalwood is around 12 to 13 years, teak wood is around 20 years, red sandal also around 20 years. So if you put it the agroforestry system, you get dragon fruit also, you can get your pineapple also, you can get your black ginger, blue ginger, all those things, and also turmeric items. And finally, you get minimum 5 income, where you get yearly income, and once in 5 years income, once in 10 years income, once in 20 years income also. And again, by the time you finish 6th year or 7th year, second layer of agarwood would have been planted. Or by the time you complete your 12 years, we would have planted sandalwood also. So like this, we are adapting various type of mixed matrix multi-layer, multi-crop system. Absolutely, for past 25 years, we don't plow the land at all. Instead, initially we allow the little bit of whatever the grass and whatever the weeds are growing to grow. Once in 6 months, once in 3 months, we just chop them and mulch them. It becomes organic manure to you. At the most, 2 years or 2.5 years or 3 years, this grass and weeds are growing. After them, they totally subside because sunlight has been 100% harvested, and thereby you are able to stop the sunlight falling on the earth. Because of that, weeds are 100%. Instead of saying 100%, I can say more than 95% of weeds are not growing at all. But still, shade-living weeds are available. They grow and give you back some organic content to the soil every year by doing mulching. So these are all the basic phenomena or basic concepts, or I can say organic agriculture practices we adapt to meet the international standard. Today, it is so imperative and also very important for any farmer to make techno-commercially profitable agriculture rather than a traditionally loss-making agriculture, or say just the break-even, whatever the income is coming. Along with that, if you are living. But one point to be noted here is, today, if you want to start newly agriculture, it's so difficult. Investment is very huge. The land cost is so high. But the way in which it is getting appreciated, if you look at, it is one of the best method to invest on land and going for organic agriculture. Why we are going for organic agriculture? Very soon, most of the chemical inputs are going to be banned across the world, because the cancer growth and your breathing problems and other genetic issues, the sperm count and conceiving. In olden days, there was family planning available just 25 to 30 years back in every country. But now, every street or every city, I can say, in every city, every street, you have IV centers. So the conceiving has become very difficult because of chemically grown agri-producers people are consuming, and it is creating problem to all of us, and also environmental problem. And things go on like this mean you will be losing the entire living being on the earth. Ultimately, that will become zero living place, or I can say the totally not suitable for any living being to grow on this one. And finally, what I request all of you to, if you are already using chemicals, no doubt you have to undergo a practice called, according to National List 101, you have to select the ingredients and you can use it. But still, today's best optimum chemical is going to be tomorrow's toxin containing chemical. And tomorrow's toxin containing or tomorrow discovered chemical molecule is going to be next year or next decade or next century going to be banned for one purpose or the other. Other than the natural products, the synthetic products are always prone to give you side effects and also toxicity in various ways. So with this, I stop here, and I expect our attend all the participants to get any clarifications or questions, please.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions now.
See, I have not specifically touched upon USDA standards or European EcoCert standards or Demeter standards or Japanese agro system, because that depends upon the exporter or agricultural, I can say agriculturist, let him be individual or let him be organization, to choose which market he or she is going to pump the products. According to that, they have to practice, because by and large, USDA is practiced everywhere. And otherwise, if you get the European community certification, then it is good for many countries also. So that you have to decide upon when you are taking. So that also we support when we come for evaluation of your land. We recommend you, no, this land is suitable. You can easily achieve European standards, or you can achieve Japanese standard JAS. Oh yeah, why not? You can easily go for USD also, we can recommend. So like this, we have been doing across the world. And we have been now almost in 47 countries working on various projects. And most of them like natural organic agriculture rather than synthetic systems. Yes, we are also specialized in hydroponics and also permaculture and further various types of microgreens production technologies. But still, we are very comfortable, and another century world will dwell upon only organic agriculture rather than going for synthetic systems. Yeah, please. I keep it open the session.
Okay, so I'll take up the questions. Which exotic crops or products have highest demand globally?
Yeah, today there are four types of exotics available. First one is your salad items or highly nutritious items like greens, like lettuce, purple cabbages, kales, and different types of your root systems like yellow radish and white, red radish and carrot and purple potatoes and other things which are almost like our Indian green systems, like various green leaves are available. Further to that, today very interesting, highly high nutritious things are called microgreens, which are coming up very fast across many countries. Uh, Third important is horticulture products, fruits. Instead of eating, for example, mango, if I touch upon, instead of eating Banganapalli or Totapuri, Bangalore, or you call Panjavarnam or whatever you call it as the table items, instead of that, people are liking to go for exotic items like Imam Pasand, Malliga, Javri, Sindhu, Jahangir, Queenie of Malaysian variety, or Karuthu Kolumban of Sri Lankan variety, where we are cultivating more. And further, today people are expecting the immune creating or immune enhancing vegetables or spices, like I already mentioned you, green ginger, red ginger, blue ginger, black ginger, and also the black turmeric and green turmeric, white turmeric, and type of things. And also the exotic fruits like bananas, like red banana and rastali banana is getting very high attention in African countries now, because they found the medicinal properties are more. And the third important is essential oils, the essential oils which are giving more of medical attention. Like you have about 14 to 15 medical plants, which I will tell the individuals when they contact me, and from there they will extract oils and then use it for various both cooking food purpose as well as external tropical applications also. And fifth important one, which is coming up very fast, and it is also already well known, well established process, is spirulina items. Spirulina is a blue green algae, and this is having now topmost attention towards tropical countries where sunlight is more, and even the brine water also they're cultivating in especially African countries. And further, the I can say the important medicinally active tubers and bulbs, like elephant yam, which is already known to our country, but yam in other countries not equivalent to our elephant yam. So that is also getting very, very high, how to say that, attracting attention by nutritional specialists, and they are recommending to many people. And because of that, every country is undertaking this product. So as a whole, you can say the 5 departments are very important, as I told you. And also now it's so obvious and trivial that our ancestors or our genetically pure varieties of rice and wheat are getting importance and driving the entire food commodity field now. So this is what is going on now.
Okay. Which countries have a growing demand for exotic organic agricultural products?
Ma'am, I can say the entire tropical range of countries, right? From take Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, of course, our great India, and African countries, especially West African countries and East African countries, where the temperature and rainfall is quite good and sunlight is very good. So such countries are now preferred to give these exotic items, whereas the cold countries are known for giving their own trivial conventional products, whereupon only 3 to 4 months they're able to cultivate, whereas these tropical countries almost 9 to 10 months in an year, they're able to cultivate. So the sunlight and the temperature and the rain or water, I can say, all these three are playing important role in the exotic items. For example, you take your menthol plant. Menthol plant grown in tropical countries, right from, as I told you, Philippines to South America and entire our Caribbean islands, as well as Africa and India, uh, Asian countries, about 7, 8 countries, where the menthol content is so good. Whereas the same plant, if you go up little bit above equator in northern hemisphere, the menthol content is coming down. Instead of 0.3 to 0.5%, only 0.1% is present. So thereby you lose the specific ingredient, I can say active principle. As per the natural products concept, it is called active ingredient or active principles are very low. So according to that, wherever the sunlight is good, wherever the temperature range between 35 degrees Celsius to not less than 20, 50, I can say 15 degrees also okay. 15 degrees below, if you go, plant goes to dormancy and biosynthesis. The total cycle is disturbed. Because of that, quality is affected and also quantity affected. So best today, I can say West Africa, India, Madagascar, and Indonesia. These top 5 countries are important for going for exotic items, and this is being already practiced many people, but still they're unable to reach the export grade because the reasons I already described about it, and they have to find out the reasons why they're unable to meet, and that has to be sorted out, and we can easily reach.
Okay. What certifications are needed to export organic products internationally, like USDA, organic, UE,
That's what
organic?
I told, ma'am, you have to first decide which country you are going to focus. If you are going to focus USDA, it's really, I don't want to say tough. It is really tricky game, everybody cannot get 6 sixes in a over, right? Whereas Ravi Shastri has hit and Yuvraj Singh has hit. And nowadays, what is name? One Arya has come other day. In 42-41 ball, he has hit 102 runs. So like that, you have to be very choosy today. I cannot say that I'm producing red banana for entire world. No, I'm producing red banana suitable for Russia. Why? Russia doesn't like round shaped banana. Russia likes triangular shaped banana. What do you mean by triangular shaped banana? Half grown banana they like because they don't want sugar content to be built up in the ripened banana. They want only half ripened, where only half sugar is biosynthetically produced in the plant. They harvest the plantain and then eat. Like that it is. So it is 100% specific. You have to be clear about which country you are going. For example, USDA, United States and Canada, if you're going, USDA is sufficient. If you're going for European countries, for you, either France or Germany certificates are enough. If you're going for Japanese export, you have to go for JAS. Otherwise, yesterday or day before yesterday, some people are asking me to export Indian organic certified chilies available about 100 tons. Not even one fellow is showing interest because they're not clear. What do you mean by Indian certificate of organic agriculture? Do they really maintain all the data, all the inputs in a systematic way or not? Still, that question mark comes. So I cannot say my country is not practicing. My country is practicing, but still we are growing. That standards have to be built up. So like that, depending upon the country only, you have to take the certification, ma'am. No need to take all the certificates. But one thing, if you go through 100% organic, everybody salutes you, everybody bows to you and take it. Let it be JAS, let it be your entire Asian country, or let it be your European certification or USDA certification. Once your product passes, one way or the other, they take from you. But the tests are very stringent, very, very, very stringent, because GCMS, LCMS has come out, and AAS, the PPB level metal contents also, they are able to analyze and then point out, and the MRL level. So tangent today, you cannot escape from this stringent tests, ma'am. But once we are adapting 100% organic system, all these specifications are easily passing tick mark, tick mark, tick mark. Especially when you are adapting for USA, that national list 101. Please note down that national list 101. That is nothing but again you go into that and see it is coming back to our Indian ancestor system only, and all those approved ingredients if you use, it passes USDA. But the Japanese doesn't pass that. So you need to again take up a different way. Simple. Like in Tamil Nadu, there's a proverb, அரிசி எப்படி இருக்கோ அந்த மாதிரி இட்லி வரும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So like that, the type of rice you use for making idli, you will get the good quality. Same thing here also. If you go for 100% organic inputs, you are bound to pass all the systems in the world now. That's very simple.
Okay. Now, what are the logistics and packaging standards for exporting perishable organic produce?
Yeah, ma'am. You are aware, many of you are exporting means you are aware, any perishable item, I think within 65 to 72 hours, it should reach the destination, wherever you, and let it be air cargo or let it be shipping. Even in case shipping means they go for cold storage, even they go to sub-zero level and freeze it and then store it and then transport it. Otherwise, the biodegradable packages only permitted in United States for perishable items, and we should make sure that if it is temperature sensitive, you can cold store it and then send it. Otherwise, if it is sensitive for keeping quality, you have to deep freeze it and send it. Otherwise, you need to have a special attention for the logistics, especially clearing and forwarding, as well as the your cargo people or airlifting people or shipping people, that it has to be given special attention without any delay in anywhere transit to be handed over to other destination. So these are all the practice we make. But we adapt simply when we found, for example, again I take red banana as example. Our red banana we actually derived from Marthandam only. The suckers we obtained from Marthandam about 20 years back. But now we recycle our own red banana suckers. Our red banana found to be the best red banana because the color is orange red color instead of dark red color. It is orange red color. And the second important is, after eating, if you take the saliva from your tongue, just suck it like this, and you don't get bitter taste. But in case you are using any chemical, it gives better taste. So they found out that one. And fourth important for selling people, it doesn't fall down from the bunch even for more than 20 days. So that shows that organic way of growing banana keeping quality is good, and it doesn't darken faster when compared to the chemical or semi-organic route. So like this, the logistics also very important for organic. But today we found that semi-processed food sending, organic food sending is best ways. For example, our gooseberry we are exporting about 200 to 250 tons per annum. All these days we have been struggling to maintain that freshness to reach Taiwan. But we found out solar drying system, that is 100% aseptic system. We don't allow even ordinary air to enter. That 1 ton of amla, that is gooseberries, comes to around 400 kgs of gooseberry, half dried or semi-dried, I can say. This, when you sell it, instead of 220 or 230 tons, it becomes to 100 tons. My logistic charges are low and occupational volume also low. And the semi-process what he is undertaking in Taiwan, that charges he is giving me. See, logistics also I am saving, and value addition, semi-process also I am doing it. My customer also happy, I am also getting more money. So this way, mutually, whatever is possible, we are able to do the logistics, as well as customer satisfaction is very important. So far, about 493 consignments have gone out. Till date, I don't have any rejection, ma'am. I don't have any question. I don't have any kind of disparity in both quantity and quality.
What are the challenges of growing exotic crops organically, sir, according to you?
Yeah, ma'am, it's a very good question, and many African country, my clients are questioning me. Exotic items like a baby care, ma'am. You know that, isn't it? Baby care is simple, one traditional term I'm using. We don't know what type of agri-climatic change and what type of the weather change and what type of your input change and what type of practices violation from standard operating procedure matters. Your what is that plant called, ma'am? Your lettuce. Lettuce tips become suddenly brown, ma'am. No one knows what has happened. Day before yesterday it was green. 1 week back it was very fresh. Now it has become. Suddenly temperature would have fallen down due to heavy rain from 35 degrees Celsius to around 20 degrees Celsius. So immediately that water accumulation at the tip of the lettuce matters you, that becomes brown, ma'am. So you need to keep that kind of baby care attention for these exotic items. So best thing is when that's what I have been telling many people. Don't go over big production establishment for this kind of exotic items, because all the same we need 1 ton, 2 ton per day, but your returns are very high when you go for organic. And maintain 2-3 units instead of one big unit. Per se, 1 unit, if you are able to maintain, at least 2 more units will be able to give you, or 3 of them can easily give you the same expected quality. So better to go for optimized scale of operation rather than spreading your legs very wide, man. That's what I found out. Many people failed miserably. By looking at one person's success, one person put poly house in a 5-acre land, and ultimately is not able to operate even 1 acre poly house facilities infrastructure. Instead, go for 1 acre, small unit, establish it. Yes, no doubt it may cost you the labor charges, but you can use 2 couple, or say 4 people for 4 houses. Instead of 5 people in 1 house, you use 2 people for 4 houses. And any disease break or any kind of unwanted or unexpected sprouting is there, so that can be avoided. So small optimum size units are best for operating exotic items.
Okay, I have completed the questions from my side, sir. We have few participants logged in. I request the participants to unmute their mic and ask questions if they have any.
Please.
Ms. Navina, you can unmute the mic and ask your question. Ms. Daksha, you have any questions? I don't think so. They have any questions, sir. Thank you very much. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Dr. Manoharan Krishna for the talk and answering the questions. This meeting will now be closed.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you very much. Kindly share the recordings, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Definitely, sir. Thank you.
Very kind of you. Bye to everyone. Yeah.
Bye-bye, sir.